Hey guys, welcome back to the Only Up podcast. I'm your host, Srijay Chatterjee, and this is the podcast we talk about all things life, like just chop it up, anime, pop culture. Sometimes I feel like we've been doing that less and less now. But yeah, this is the podcast where we just talk about like all that type of stuff, you feel me? And today I've got another guest, a guy, a Japanese boy from the desert. His name is Yuji, my good friend. Introduce yourself.
Yo, yo, I'm Yuji. I'm currently on a high. I've been talking non-stop Japanese to Japanese citizens. And literally right now is like such a good time to record a podcast. But yeah, I'm from the desert, Alice Springs. Moved to
Yep.
Melbourne for uni, and then now I'm in Japan.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which part
So
of Japan you wanna
so right now I'm in Kyoto University, which is in Kyoto, surprisingly. And I'm here for a year, year. I've been here for like 1 month now, and
Yeah.
so far it's pretty different. It's pretty different to the Melbourne life. I can tell you that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Well, like I feel like the first like intro just to you is like Japanese boy from the desert. Like I don't know. I feel like you have a very interesting like origin story. How was that like? Like you spent 15 years in Alice Springs, 60, 18, 19 years in Alice Springs?
Oh, okay. So what we want to are we moving on to the introvert to extrovert
N-
conversation?
No, no, we're going all the way. We're going all the way back. We just want to know who you are properly, bro.
Oh, okay. So, origin. All right. So basically, dad Japanese, mom Malaysian. But I grew up straight just in the desert, Alice Springs. I don't know what else to say. Holidays. I'd go Japan or Malaysia. I'll pick one of the two to go holidays once a year. We got nothing else to do with our money in Alice Springs, so we were able to travel. Luckily. And I think traveling's really important for like my character. I'm
Yeah,
more open than most people are, just because I'm able to travel and just experience a lot of different types of
yeah.
culture. I've been to Germany for exchange in high school. I've been
Wait,
Japan.
really? You did not
Yeah, I went
tell me
Germany,
this.
bro. I went Germany.
How long was that?
So, all right. So basically, I don't know if that you have high schoolers listening to this, but
Yeah.
yo, exchange is literally a life hack to getting through high school. Cause you literally go on a holiday. Well, I don't know if this is like good advice, but I kind of just like rigged the system because I told my teachers here that I'm getting work in Germany, and I went to Germany and I'm like, yeah, I got work from Alice Spring, my high school, so I got to do that stuff. So I
Yeah.
basically just holidayed for like 7 6 7 months.
That's so good,
I
man.
just tricked the system, and it's like basically like if you can go on exchange, do anything you can to like try. Just like literally, when
Yeah.
when I first heard exchange, I'm like, I'm interested, but I don't know if I want to commit because the paperwork beforehand's a lot of work. You got to do your speech, this, that. Why I want to go to this place? But
Yeah.
I just like I think one of my main motives is to just wing it and deal with it later. So like
Yeah.
I just wing the interview, wing this, wing that. I'm like, if I get it, I just go. I'll deal with it
Yeah.
later. Just apply it now and just see whatever happens and then deal with it later. So I kind of just applied, not thinking I'm actually wanting to 100% go. And then I got the offer. I'm like, I sure accept. Blah 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 blah. And then the next minute, I'm now going to Germany. And then
That's
literally,
crazy.
they're like, how long do you want to go in exchange for? I'm just like, brother, as long as I can. So my whole entire like semester 2 of year 10, I was just in Germany.
That's so good. What? I swear no one knows that, bro. Or maybe I just learned. I swear.
I don't think many people know, but like Germany was really good. Not only
Yeah.
was it a holiday, but I think what made it really good is that Germans are pretty good at English. Very good at English.
Yeah.
Not like Japan, Malaysia.
Yeah. But at least you're well, yeah, you're learning Japanese now, but like yeah, dude, Germany must have just been a different experience entirely. Even your high school experience at Alice Springs, I swear there's like night and day differences between that high school and a high school like I went to. Like it was probably wasn't like your high school pretty like white dominated,
Oh
right?
yeah, my high school, there was literally in my grade there was like two or three Asians. Me, I'm pretty sure I'm the only guy Asian. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. Like like because we met one of your like, on your going away party before Yuji left to Japan. He's coming back, I hope. But before he left for his going away party, we actually met one of your high school friends. Like, oh, I forgot her name.
Kaimani?
Kaimani, yeah, she
Yeah.
she was lovely, but like, yeah, it was so cool because I was asking like, what was Yuji like? He's like, oh, Yuji is just like this extrovert, not extrovert, but like half and half. Like you're just really outgoing, like really nice guy, all that stuff, and it was really cool to hear that from like someone that's like from your roots, kind of. You know what I
I
mean?
think at the party, what most people were surprised. I think the person who was most like surprised was my guy high school friends, my male high school friends that I invited over,
Yeah,
Dylan and Philip. I don't know if
yeah.
you probably didn't talk to them, but they
Nah.
were like really surprised because they know introvert me. Like me and Dylan, we were like really
True.
close back then, but
Yeah,
they know me for like quiet, don't stick out and all that introvert. And then
yeah,
seeing me having a party with like
yeah,
quite a lot of girls. They were just like, "What?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
What's going
yeah.
on?"
Yeah. It's cool because like you basically reinvented yourself. And the
Yeah,
thing is, Kaimani is also like she seemed very extroverted, bro. Like she was able to strike up
very.
a yeah, you don't think so?
She's very, very introverted, but when she's panicking, she can adapt and become extrovert.
Oh, she probably did like a fake it till you make it because
Yo,
she was like
yo,
very talkative,
literally.
talking to everybody.
So
But
the first time I saw Kaimani at this now we're just talking about other people. But anyway, she
it's alright.
was like because when I first arrived in Melbourne Uni, I literally was like, yeah, I'm going extrovert. I'm just going to every event I can. So literally, you know how like first week of uni, you literally have all the events.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I literally like planned out how to get free pizza every day. With
Really?
all the clubs, and I went everywhere, and I met Kaimai. I'm like, yo, come to this club, but she's got like anxiety, so she's like scared of that stuff, like
Oh,
meeting people
true.
and things. So like, I'm pretty sure from then everyone was just like, Yuji, how could you do that to Kaimani? How could you take her to a icebreaker? Oh my god, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's insane.
So yeah, it's just going from not really talking too much in high school, not really caring much about people, to like doing as much as I can to stick out there, make as many friends, and just not really be known, but just like making sure everyone has a good time.
I feel like I feel like what's really like underlooked that like especially friends of Yuji because he's like pretty like outgoing. Like you have like a whatever happens happens type of attitude, and like you can't just go with the flow. Like you literally see like you wing a lot of stuff, but you are like a pretty good student though, because like
Uh,
you because you not he's in Melbourne Uni, which is like top uni over like you know what I mean, but he still doesn't carry that Melbourne Uni ego at least. But
I should, hey.
yeah, you should wear the hoodie. You know how they always wear the hoodie? They forget how to wear any other piece of clothing. You know what
Bro,
I
I've
mean?
got that hoodie. I've got that hoodie. I'm proud I brought it to Japan, dude. But it's tiny. It's tiny. It's tiny. It doesn't
Yeah,
fit.
you're just too massive now, too big.
I got pride, bro. I gotta represent wherever I can, dude. I'll represent your podcast everywhere I go from now on. I'll meet
Yeah,
Japanese people. I'll be like, yo, you know what? There's this podcast. You probably won't understand any of it, but yo, have a check, have a check, have a check.
have a check for it. Yeah, no, that's insane. But I feel like we can go into the because we just skimmed over it a little bit, like how you like because your hometown friends literally said you were very introverted, and anyone in Melbourne, if you've ever met Yuji, like he's the most extroverted. Like he does stuff in public where I'm like, oh my, how, why? But then again, like you've also brought me out of my shell as well. Like I literally like I feel like you and JC have definitely played a mix into like this podcast wouldn't be here if I didn't get inspired by you guys like really not giving a shit about anything. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I think I don't know. Should we transition to the introvert to extrovert thing? Because I think this is the part where it's more about breaking out of your shell.
Yeah, yeah, for
Is
sure.
that fine?
Yeah.
So yeah, so basically, high school. Oh, bro, I was just like, it was weird because I hate like public speaking. That's like every introvert's like worst,
Yeah.
nightmare, public
Yeah, yeah.
speaking.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, even though I like I'd shake a lot when I do my like in
Really?
English, you'd like do your speeches and stuff, your English presentation. I'd shake so much, yo, I'd panic. But like, it was strange because those were the only English. I mean, this is like maybe year 10, year 11. Those were the only like assignments in English which I got really good grades on. But yeah, public speaking was like the worst thing for me. And
Really?
then I think another like wing it thing that happened was like high school leadership.
Yeah, yeah.
So I actually, you know how you have like house captain, sports captain, and
Yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So basically, I kind of got both, but you could only pick sports or house. Because
Yeah.
if you're house captain and you run the sports, it's a bit scuffed. So I got into sports captain. I got sports captain role. And then there's only two male, one female.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I got that role, and then I was kind of like, huh, that was pretty good. Now I'm a sports captain. That's quite a flex.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but then there's a lot of damn speeches I gotta do in front of the whole school. Like my school is pretty big for like a small town. Well,
Yeah.
like I guess for a city is not much, but it was like
Yeah.
900 people,
Oh no,
900
that's that's
people.
that's pretty big, bro. Like
So I have to
even over
speak
here.
in front of like 900 people, like so many times, bro. Scariest thing. And then literally, sometime I remember this one time the girl didn't rock up, and it was just me having to do the whole thing, bro.
No.
Nearly died. But yeah, I think that was one of the main things that pushed me to start um not caring as much and being able to speak. It's kind of like, you're down there assembly. Picture yourself in assembly, and you see that one person up there speaking. You're like, damn, I wish I'm not that person.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
I'm at the front, like, that's me next. That's me next.
Yeah.
But I think that year 12, I actually did quite a bit. I think I even traveled a bit as well. But
Yeah.
I came back and I was like, dang, why am I stressing so much about this one thing? So then
Mm.
I think it got to a point where I'm like, you know what? Just don't care about it. Just go up there and just say what you say without like caring.
Yeah.
And then I think from that point onwards was probably like the beginning of where I started getting confident. It's
Yeah.
I don't know if it's confidence or more just not caring. I think you talked
I
about it a
think
lot in JC's podcast, but I think it's a lot about not caring, and that brings confidence to not care
I think
in a
I
sense.
think you have both where I feel like JC has like a little bit of confidence, but also a part where he just goes, I don't really care what people think. Like he will say whatever. Whereas you're like very like loud with it, like confident. Like if you could literally say the worst stuff with your like you put on a smile and people be like, oh, you know what? I kind of agree. You know what I mean? Like it's that type of thing. Like you would say the most like ridiculous stuff, and then everyone would just be like, yeah, it's Yuji. You know what I
I
mean?
think
Like
yeah,
it's
I
him.
think that's one breakthrough. That's like the main like thing I hate about introvert or being introvert is that you just you can't say things that you want to.
Yeah.
And I think that's the main thing about that I enjoy more about extroverts is that they can say whatever they want with confidence. Introverts, they say what they want but without that confidence. They
Yeah.
want to but they can't. And I think it's not only in a talking sense but it's also in a doing sense.
Yeah.
When you do things like, I guess for introverts, like the worst thing is speaking, yeah. But
Yeah.
not only speaking, but that comes into like another event where it's like doing,
Yeah.
standing out or doing anything, going out your way to help someone or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I see that a lot in. Oh, actually, I have a really good conversation about like. Anyway, I've got too many ideas. Anyway, uh, it's a fine if I just like go off track,
Yeah, dude. Just dude, we can go off the
bro.
rails, man.
So yeah, so I'm really interested in like people. I'm doing like bachelor of science. I'm majoring in computer science, but I've been taking like psychology subjects and like honestly becoming more extroverted made. I think. Okay, so I don't know about you guys know about the Myers Briggs, the 16 personalities, but people INFJs hate this, but I was an INFJ.
Wait,
People are INF.
what's an INFJ? Is that introverted?
I know. So INFJ is introvert. They're like the rarest people in the world. They're kind of like they're really good. I mean, everyone has their weaknesses, but introverts, the INFJs are really good at thinking, but really bad at saying. So that's
Right.
their weakness. So they're really good at thinking. They're like really caring about other people. They think a lot about other people, but they just don't do. Not
Hmm.
much do, but say.
Yeah.
Um, where am I going with this? Where am I going with this?
Personalities. You
Oh,
Myers Briggs.
yes, I'm really interested in people. It's that personality work growing up. I'm like always, I'm more observing, more listening.
Yeah.
I, I tend to think about people's feelings more. And that. So I'm really like interested in how people work and how like I think I got that people knowledge. I don't know if that's
Mm.
a word, people knowledge. But yes, I'm really interested in like how people think or how
Yeah.
people just live their lives, how people like just beliefs and stuff. But yeah, I was yesterday because I was talking to a Japanese girl yesterday. I'm like, this
Ooh,
is
no.
a this is a really like okay. So when you talking to your mates, yeah, you have those
Yeah.
deep conversations, and that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
makes your like bonds really like. That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
secret
yeah,
to making friends, yeah. Deep
yeah, yeah.
conversations so important.
Literally,
You gotta open
literally,
up to get them open up to
literally.
bond that bondage. But literally, I think I initiated the most difficult conversation in a different language. So like, English you
Right.
could do deep conversations pretty well. But
Yeah,
imagine doing a deep conversation with someone and you guys like, the
yeah,
language
yeah,
barrier.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I attempted at having a deep conversation with Japanese girl because Japanese people tend to not open up. That's
Yeah.
like one main difference about Australian Japanese people. Australian people tend to keep to themselves, and that made me wonder: do Japanese people have issues? You know, like Australian people, because I mean, in Australia, in Melbourne, we're all so open. We all have so much freedom, but from that, we have so many issues.
Yeah.
Everyone I talk to in Australia, issues, because I open up to people, they open up to me because I just I've got
Mm.
that master key.
Hmm.
But yeah, they open up. But yeah, I was asking her like, why do Japanese people have issues?
Wait,
It
did you ask that in Japanese?
yeah. Ask her in Japanese.
How does that even
What
sound?
日本人はなんか大変なことがありますかとか like do you have like some hard times
Really? Oh,
you
that's so
know
sick, bro.
and it's because I'm like really interested because Australia because I'm trying to figure out is freedom the reason why we have all these issues because we're so free
Mm.
we have nowhere to like fall back on whereas
Right.
Japanese it's more like strict and it's easy to fall back on
Yeah.
but yeah literally I think what I gathered from it was that because we're so free and
Mhm.
then I think one main thing about how we live is freedom is so important that you rely on your own freedom to live in a way. Like,
Right.
does that make sense? Like support wise, it's better to reassure with freedom rather than like stiffness.
Right. I think the culture is like so different. Whereas you know how you said Japanese is very strict, and Australia like
Mm,
you kind of do a lot of things, anything and anything. So I feel like maybe people in Australia, like it's been myself a lot of times as well. Like it could be anyone, but like you lack purpose. So I definitely believe in like a quote where it's
mm.
like freedom without purpose is like boredom. You know what I mean? You're like stagnant
Bro,
because you don't
yeah,
really know what to
literally.
do.
I think that's the main thing is Australia. You want to do everything, and because of that, you have more weight on your shoulders to pick one thing.
Yeah, like
And
yeah.
then yeah, what are you gonna say?
No, it's like in Australia, it's really easy to be like a jack of all trades and like not like good at like
Mm.
not a master at one. You know what I mean? Because you're given so many avenues. Where in Japan, it's like apparently like
It's one thing.
after high
It's
school, like
actually
you
one
just
thing.
set. Yeah, you know what I mean?
In in Japan, so like in Australia, it's literally do anything you want. Be
Hmm.
good at everything. Whereas in Japan, actually, I was talking to yeah. So what she said was all of junior high school, all of primary school and high school, it's all about studies. It's all
Yeah,
about studies, and you see this in the same culture as people who come from like Asian countries to university, to university, RMIT or Melbourne University. Everyone from Asian background, it's very like education focused, and anything other than that is not needed.
right.
So in Japanese culture, the most important thing is studies. So they will do their like, club activities and stuff, but studies is number one, and then that would be number two. So that was also one thing I asked, like, why Japanese always passionate at one thing, but that's like a different topic. But at the end of the day, it's like Japanese people focus on studies a lot. That's why they kind of more they're closed in freedom because of that.
Yeah, it's almost it works both ways. Like they're almost like a prisoner to like studying like all the time. You know what I mean? Which is
Yeah,
not healthy, but it's also like it's where they want to end up eventually in
yeah,
life. Which
and
is
that's
like
like
I don't know.
culture.
Yeah, it's culture.
Um, and one other thing is the support mechanism in
Mm,
Japan.
mm.
Um, I think I was trying to get to this. I was trying to talk about this last before, but I just couldn't get out the words. But Japanese people, the support mechanism is because everyone's so nice and supportive, you're able to strive on.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like, you watch those wholesome Korean grandma videos where they're like, "Oh, you kids in this in this modern world work very hard and study very hard. Make sure you take some time to just sit back and relax, okay?"
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
those wholesome ones. And I
yeah.
think you can kind of see that in Asian culture. Like even though they have so much stress from studying, at the
Mhm.
same time they have that support, like family especially.
Yeah.
Whereas Australia, it's not much family, it's more friends. And then
Yeah.
even then, you don't it's more like you don't want to look weak in front of friends. I think that's the main thing about Australia and any other country is
Mm.
that the most important thing is to be able to take shit.
Yeah.
Take like literally growing up in primary school, but growing up in high school in Australia is definitely very different. Like anyone who comes from any other country will be like, I was bullied for racism or something in Australia,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but it's more like in Australia, the strongest survive. You need to
Yeah.
become the strongest. And that's not necessarily strongest in studying. That's why it's more like confidence is seen way
Mhm.
more than
Yeah.
you're studying. Like literally, someone talks to me, they're like, "Oh, I get H1 grades." Like I don't care, brother. Like if you can't if you can't hold a conversation, I don't care. If you don't like, oh yeah, one thing that like triggered me so much, high school, yeah. You know
Yeah.
how you have ATAR? Do you guys have ATAR?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so ATAR, bro, I swear, half my friends, yeah, they're like, "Oh, I can't go out. I need to stay home and study. I need to get a good ATAR to get into school." Blah blah blah. Literally, the whole year, year 12 was like my busiest year. I studied, but I did so much other stuff as
Mm.
well. Um, I was just like, I was sick of everyone for just studying. Like, bro, get a life. Studies and everything. Like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna get better grades than you and still live my life. And
Yeah.
then that's what happened. I got better grades than everyone. Not everyone, but as I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah. Yeah,
Tho-
I know
those
what you mean.
people who fucking who just
Yeah.
they shut in, they just study all day, this that. But I got better grades than them, and it's like, brother, what were you doing
Yeah,
the
just to
whole
play
year?
just play devil's advocate a little bit. I feel like some people really just need to sit down and get work done. But I feel like sometimes people will like, including myself, like sometimes you will do 5 hours of studying but only do like 3 hours of actual work. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah,
it is a
I
time
think
thing, but I do get what you mean. Like maybe people prioritize it different. You're not living your life, but I feel like
yeah,
year 12, you're young and you're very stressful. Like you know this
people.
now. You know what I mean?
There's definitely different ways to approach things.
Yeah.
Studying especially, I think one way that this is very bad. Hopefully you high school students or whatever don't take this on. But like literally, I'm like last minute doing. I'm very good at doing things last minute and like cramming things. I go, okay, I'll plan this, I'll plan this, I'll plan this, and then the day comes and I've got so much stuff to do, but I just end up doing the whole thing and then dying
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
But I think being able to know when you can go ham is really important.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily something you need to force. It's something you need to just understand. Understand how you do things. So like for me, I think university like semester one, it was horrible. I literally passed most of my subjects, so I had 2%, 2%, 52%.
There you go.
Um, and then I only did well in computer science, that's why I stuck to computer science. But literally from there, it's kind of like, okay, I there's so much room to improve, which is really good. There's so much room to
Yeah.
improve, and it's like, I want to do better. I want to do better. And from there, my grades went from 50 to 70 to 80. I brought my WAM all the way back up.
There you go.
But basically, what you need to do for study, I guess this is just, sorry if I'm ranting. This is just a study
It's all
study
good.
podcast now. But what I had to get used to was I had a goal, which is do assignments earlier than a week. I just do them when they come out if I can.
Yeah.
So do it finishing them like 1 week, 2 weeks before, and because that was my main goal. And then at the same time, I like doing things fast. I'd spend like a whole 24 hours doing one assignment until it's done. All my freaking computer science friends are like, "How the hell did you do that assignment in 1 day?" But I'm like, brother, I say 1 day, but I'm saying 24 hours straight. You know.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I know that I want to get it down, so I will get it done.
Yeah.
It's not something where I go, okay, I'm gonna try to do 5 hours today. Oh, I'm gonna try to do 10 hours. I'm just gonna straight do it until I'm done.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's important rather than doing a little bit, like splitting things up.
Yeah.
Is try to just get it all done, but not have that motive of, oh, I got to do it all in one go. It's just like, I want to finish it, get it out
Yeah.
the way. I
Yeah.
think that's the main thing, and a lot of people don't realize that, and they try force themselves.
Yeah.
I think another instance is when, I think, especially in university, you have those times where you have 4 or 5 assignments due in the same week. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think one of those times there's like what I think it was like my second last assignment, and I had Monday, Tuesday. It was due Wednesday night, and it was psychology, and I had to do like a full research. I don't know what
Yeah.
it's called.
Like a lit
Um,
review or something.
no, it's like a full
Case
full
study.
paper, full research paper. I can't remember what it's called, but you have to, like, every sentence you write has to come from somewhere,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
type of
And
thing.
like
So
APA
annoying.
referencing and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't make a point. Your points have to be from other papers.
Yeah.
But I remember that Monday, I was like, I can do this on Tuesday. I know I can do this on Tuesday. I'm not going to do anything today. And because I just know myself and know how well I can work under pressure and how I take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I can finish. So Monday, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, this is just my view. It's probably not going to work for other people, but this is what I did. Monday, I'm like, yeah, I can do this on Tuesday. And then Tuesday came, I'm like, all right, let's get to work. And literally finished it just in time.
There,
Or like maybe like 5 hours before too. Or like
there you
a
go.
day.
And
I don't know.
and you've learned this because this is like literally your last year of uni. So like you've literally learned like how to tackle these sort of problems that like through experience definitely. Because like I feel like I'm
Yeah.
not even at that stage. Like sometimes I'll do a week before, sometimes I'll last minute it. Like it's really what's really going on at the moment. But I don't have that urge as soon as the assignment's given. I don't have like the urge to finish it straight away, which is
Yeah,
cool.
because you
Maybe
just
maybe I should learn that.
yeah,
But
it's not necessarily like do it the second it's come out. Don't be one of those, those nerdies that have no life. But as
yeah,
long as you go, okay, I want to finish it a week before. I think
yeah,
that's a good threshold. And like I remember I had some like um Middle Eastern friends,
yeah,
at uni, and like they're really smart. Yeah, they're really smart. They
yeah,
study really really hard. But I had a few of them, and it's just sem one. I'm like, bro, I'm looking up to these people. They study so hard. They know everything. Like I'm here like dying, and then once like sem three came, year two, they're all like, Yuji, how do you know this? Like, because literally I'd finish it like a week before, and then they're like stressing out because it's due, and they're
yeah.
like, bro, how'd you do all this? I'm like, brother, I did this like weeks ago, and it feels so good being able to say that. Yeah, just finished it a week ago, just finished it a week ago. But I think one main thing you need to focus on as well is priorities. The reason why I did better than them and got everything sorted earlier was because I prioritized the assignment over everything else. Like, even, I mean, bad, but like, food, this, that, anything. I
Yeah,
prioritized that, doing that assignment. And then they prioritized club activities, this, that.
yeah,
They're doing like, I don't know what positions they are, but they're doing all these club activities and all these other like necessary but unnecessary things. You
yeah,
know, I think if you want to focus on academics, you need to focus on academics. I mean, this is kind of counterintuitive to what I said before, but
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like you need to focus on what you can get done, or
yeah.
focus on one thing at a time. I mean, I guess it's just Japanese mindset now, but
Yeah.
knowing what you can focus on, I think that's better.
Lives a month in Japan. Now it's just this super productive workman culture, bro. But also, what I do want to talk about, let's stray away from like the uni stuff a little bit, is that you like when did you move to Melbourne? Just wondering, like time wise, like last year.
I last year, bro. I'm third year. What are you on about?
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I'm tripping.
I moved to uni 2019 June, July.
Oh dude, it's funny because I was still in high school when you were in uni.
Baby Srijay,
Okay,
baby
that's enough from
Srijay,
you.
baby Srijay.
But
Yeah.
but I was gonna say is that like you've lived on your own for like 4 years, and now you're in a whole different country, different continent, and you're still living by yourself, bro. Like
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like because I recently just had parents, like they're on a trip, and I've just got like 2 weeks here, like by myself, and I realized, dude, living alone, like shit is not only kind of lonely and tough, but it's like, bro. doing grocery shopping was like one of the hardest things. Where like toilet paper costs like $8, paper towels $4, like
Bro, you don't even know what vegetables are good. You're just like,
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah,
grab
yeah.
one.
Dude, I'm like looking at like my brother's like, yo, can we get peanut butter sandwiches? I'm looking at this peanut butter, it's like $4. I'm like, bro, we're not doing peanut butter sandwiches tonight. Like, it's not happening.
Bro, there's like different like, there's different product there, there are different values. Some are good, some are bad, some are more
Yeah,
expensive. You're like, oh, is the expensive one just better? Like,
yeah, dude. Like home brand looks really good right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
bro,
Like,
it
it's
does the
just
job, does the job.
the thing is, you would cook like I don't know, dude. Usually, literally live like that college life where he would cook up like these insane concoctions. Like there'd be like literally like I don't know if this is normal everywhere else, but like there would just be yogurt and rice. He would have that for like 3 meals a day, like 4 days in a row.
The protein. I think in our group of friends, I'm known for my concoctions. But yeah, I don't do it much now. But like yeah, getting through university, I was so lazy with cooking. Like literally chores is so much work. I think even now I'm pretty bad, but I'm cooking a lot more now.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's like the most if you- as a university student, you think about I like to think about efficiency over anything, and for efficiency, like food at the end of the day is just about taking things in nutritionists will get angry, but like end of the day, I'm full, then I'm full, and the easiest way to do that, rice, can of tuna, Greek yogurt. Bro, it's so easy. Literally, you wash your rice, you chuck it on the rice cooker. You wait, you play a game, you come back, the rice is done, and you open a can of tuna, slop a good loader yogurt on. There you go,
dude,
protein.
that's not that's I don't. But the thing is, I would never do that. Maybe because I'm a little privileged right now. I got the thing is that's so good about having like parents at home. You just like there's a meal there for you most of the time.
Oh, definitely, definitely,
But
definitely.
like, I feel like you literally could like unless you got like a wife or something or a girlfriend in the future, like whatever. Like you can live your life like independently for like like for the rest of your life if you really wanted to. You know what I mean? Like you've lived by yourself for like nearly like I don't know like three 3 years now. Just
Yeah.
like I don't-
Do your viewers want some advice on how to
yeah,
live
I
alone?
do not even the views where I want advice because bro, like I like budgeting and like doing chores and like I don't know, man.
Alright, so
Like
one I think yeah, so one thing I guess growing up, I'm very like I mean, not anymore because thanks to my new Melbourne friends, it's all about spending money and looking good. But like growing up, I like barely bought anything. I wouldn't buy anything. I just, as long as I got clothes, I don't need clothes. As long
it,
as I got a phone, I don't need a phone. As long as I got, if I
yeah,
have things, then I don't need anything else. And then when it comes to spending, I think one thing that I was like yelled at by my ex was that I don't spend money.
no,
I don't spend money.
that's
I
funny
don't treat.
because that's funny because I remember when I first met you, like you always have like new tech. Like you had the
Oh,
AirPod
bro.
Pros,
Yeah.
you had
So okay,
iPad
okay. So
Pro,
this
you
is
had the
before.
iPhone
This is
Pro.
after. Yeah. This is after. But yeah. So now I'm like, before I was really like, stingy with my money. So that's
Yeah,
why I'd come up with,
yeah,
very, very, very cheap meals. Very
yeah,
cheap meals.
yeah, yeah,
Um, but I think also at the same time, it's like it's efficient,
yeah.
efficient money wise, efficient making wise.
Mhm.
Um, but for budgeting, I think it's just budget. Honestly, this is something past Yuji would be good at. The current Yuji don't give it, don't care about it. He just, I mean, it's not like I spend money everywhere, but if I see a good
Yeah.
shirt, you know, it's like
Mhm.
I have this new mindset that it's quality over quantity. I
Mhm.
want like five good pairs of shirts and then not need anything else. You
Yeah,
know,
like
um,
one shirt's worth like five shitty shirts. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, 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 yeah. And it's I know your appearance is actually so important these days. Like
Yeah.
it sounds bad to say it, but it's so important, and it's actually not that hard to actually do. But yeah, advice about living alone. Literally, chores are so much work. Actually, I'm probably the worst to give advice about chores, but
Mhm.
living alone wise,
What about
as
like
long
the?
as
Oh,
you,
sorry. No, no, sorry, I cut you off. You keep going.
Just as long as you have, I think friends are just, or just have something that keeps you occupied. I think that's the main thing. But for like chores and stuff, you just gotta do what you need to do, no matter how long it takes for you to do, like throw out your bins or whatever. As long as you get it done, just make
Yeah,
sure you get it done. It's not
yeah,
something, and it's definitely better to do it as early as possible. But
yeah,
I'm honestly the last person to say that, because I'm currently like, there's so much rubbish in my room right now.
yeah.
Um,
And apparently, the
j- j-
Japanese rubbish system's also like
Bro, it's
really like
so
confusing.
annoying. I
Yeah,
gotta separate everything: plastics, combustibles, bottles, cans.
yeah.
Brother,
Wait,
yo, CJ. By the way, brother,
yeah.
you're chewing gum. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't want to
I'm
hear an excuse at the start of the video about, oh, sorry guys, I didn't want to, make you guys sad and not upload this because you guys chewing my gum. Oh, you can hear me chewing my gum.
Sorry, bro.
Just.
It helps me focus. Help me focus. Help me focus. It's out. It's out. It's out. It's out. Well, dude, I put it in for like 2 seconds and then just straight away, I'm like,
Bro,
damn.
I'm onto it. I got you, bro. I got you, bro. I'm that dude that will say things.
Thank
I'll
you. Thank
say
you.
things, say
This episode's going up, bro. It's going up.
Shit, living
Um,
alone, it's literally just make sure you do what you need to do.
yeah,
And then just try improve on that. But it depends on your focus. Most
yeah,
people going into university living by their own, I don't think that's their main focus. They're very busy. Socializing is very important. Studies is very important.
yeah,
But I think that's just a habit thing that you need to just strive through.
dude.
Yeah.
I was just wondering because you brought up like the tuna and by that's really good advice. I didn't just want to throw that out, but like, what do you call it? Like the tuna and rice, all that stuff. But then like, you know how you're in like Japan right now? Like, have you been trying out like the new like 7-Eleven meals and like all that stuff?
Bro, but the thing is, yeah, my dad, he's like
Yeah.
really against 7-Eleven stuff.
Is there any reason, or
Um,
it's just like, oh, it's just like it's fake food or something? He's like that.
yeah, yeah, basically fake food. He's like, it's got too much like chemicals and stuff in it. So I'm like, so I've kind of been like, affected by that. So now I don't really go to 7-Eleven as much.
Yeah.
I just go to like supermarkets more.
Yeah.
But I still don't listen to him and buy the cooked foods at supermarkets. Because I can't be bothered cooking myself. But it's actually it's very good, because like, if you go to supermarkets, they have cooked things ready, like
Yeah.
in the plastic
Ooh,
trays.
I just thought of something, dude. Like, cause Melbourne and like Japan, like, bro, how's different like the portion sizes, bro? Cause like I feel like that's like night and day as well, or not really.
Honestly, the portion size is pretty much similar. I think the main thing that's different is the price.
Oh,
Price.
true.
Price is the main difference. It's
I
a
feel like
lot cheaper here.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like Melbourne, because I feel like we're known for our food. It's like especially cafe culture here. Like, bro, they just fucking run up the prices like crazy, man.
They're
Like
able to do that because literally people are rich in the cities. People will
that.
spend money on food. If it looks
That's
good,
true.
they'll drop 30. They'll drop
Yeah,
30s.
I feel
But
yeah,
like,
dude. Melbourne food is so Instagrammable, and I feel like every normal meal in Japan is like Instagrammable without it having like that price.
mm, I think also what's like interesting is that, like, even though Australia's like food's more expensive,
Yeah.
also the wages are a lot higher. Like,
Oh, true.
In Japan, like 1 hour they're getting like $10.
Ah,
That's
true.
normal.
Yeah.
But then you can actually like get a meal for 1 hour. And then in Australia, you work 1 hour, get $20. You can get a good meal with $20.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
That's
like,
true.
I don't do economics, but that's that. There you go,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. That is true.
Work in
Yeah.
Australia and live in Japan. That's the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I heard. How's the paperwork though? I heard that was like actually ridiculous.
Oh yeah, so one thing about Japan is that they're very like they like to standardize things, and when you standardize things, you make rules, and when you make rules, it just becomes strict, and you can't change the rules. So I think a lot of things about Japan is that they're very old people um focused. So that's why old people don't know what to do, so they put a lot of guidelines and this, that, how structure, this, that, and it's just so much more effort. In
Yeah.
Australia, you go up to the counter to like do files and stuff. You literally do it, and if you do, I don't know, you can
You can
kind
do it
of
on
get
your
away with it.
phone
You can
as
get away,
well.
yeah. A lot of things are digital. You can just, that's the main thing about Japan and Australia. Japan's so behind on everything,
I
and
was
they're
about to
so
say,
slow to do things,
like
man.
still using fax machines and
There's
stuff.
still like, yeah, all this paper stuff. Like, bro, it's so much quicker to just give me a form on my phone, and just let me just do it there and then just give it to you. But then here, you got to do your paperwork. You got to pull a number, and you gotta wait for your numbers called, and then they
Yikes.
check for you, and this, that, and you gotta get another number, do the next thing, do another number, do like pen paper. Whereas on the phone, yeah, in Australia, you literally just fill out a form, go next page, fill out a form. But here,
Legit.
you gotta go step by step.
But that's why I was like trying to rebuttal against your point because people say like I think Japan, like not that I've ever lived there, but like people or been there, I want to, but like people say Japan is like you reap all the benefits as a tourist. Like you want living there is actually the hardest part.
Bro, do you know what I hate the most? There's no Apple Pay here. Oh my god.
Oh, it's all cash,
Bro,
yeah,
literally the banking system here. Japanese people love it, but I hate it. Literally, I hate it. If
yeah,
you ever open a bank account here, you
yeah,
literally get three things that you have to carry around. One, cash card. You could use it to only get cash. Debit card. You could only use it to buy things. And literally half the stores here don't even have like card things,
yeah.
whatever they're called, the card things. So
Card reader, yeah.
it's basically useless. And then your third thing is you have something called a passbook, and your passbook is basically think about it your Commonwealth Bank app or your ANZ app.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
basically
I've seen
that,
it.
but
Yeah,
in a book. So you literally every time you use your ATM or you spend money or whatever, you got to put that in, and it literally puts down what you spent, blah blah blah, negative, positive, and then it literally writes all in your book, and then you literally got to carry these three things around. It's so annoying.
yeah.
Whereas in
It,
Australia, Melbourne, I literally leave the house with just my phone, and if I
yeah,
want something,
legit.
I just Apple Pay it. But here, you gotta carry cash around, like so much more, so slow.
It's funny because like you would think like Japan, like dude, it's like the new digital age. Like especially when you go into Tokyo, it's like the lights, everything. Like it just looks insane. But then there's like these little things where it's like come on, we don't need to use a fax machine anymore. You know, we don't have to. And there's like these stamps that you have to use as well. Is there a
Oh yeah,
stamp?
so the stamp system is basically a signature.
Yeah.
So you actually don't really use signatures much here. You use a stamp and you stamp your family name in, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
like a that's like your identity thing. So if you get that stolen, then you're done.
Okay. Hopefully you don't lose it. But yeah, there
Yeah,
you go.
don't have it.
Now that's really interesting. Like, what are like the night and day differences that when you landed in Kyoto? What was like oh Japan? What was like the first thing you noticed that you're like oh like other than Apple Pay and all that stuff that you realized oh my god I miss Melbourne or like I miss Australia right now?
Mhm. Main differences.
Yeah.
I guess I know because I come to Japan quite a bit, but as like an overall, the main differences is just people's personalities mainly.
Okay.
As in like you can tell someone, not like tell someone by looking at them, but like as a general guideline, everyone's like minding their own business here.
Right.
And that's one thing that I kind of don't like. Because
Really.
like um Oh, also, this kind of like goes back to the conversation about Japanese students.
Yeah.
But what I heard, because I'm quite curious, so I like to talk to them,
Yeah.
and like figure out what what they do, what are their hobbies and stuff. But
Yeah.
there was this one dude, and I was asking him, do you have a hobby? What do you do in your spare time, free time? He's like, yeah, I kind of don't have any hobbies anymore. I'm just like, huh, why? And he's
Uh,
like, he studied for like a full year to get into Kyoto University.
yeah.
And that there's a lot of cases where they do that. They have like a certain name for it. It's called I think it's Ronin or something. I don't know. But
Right.
he said because he focused so much on actually, I think I asked him because I'm like, do
You're
you have
curious.
have
Yeah.
I think the main reason why was I was like, yo, do you have any females on here? I think in Japanese people don't really ask that stuff, but I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm from Australia, I don't care.
Like
Um,
Australia's so normal. It's like, yeah, what's the raz? Like all that type of stuff.
Give me the tea.
Give me the
Or
tea.
I
Yeah.
learned what the word is in Japanese for give me the tea.
What is it?
It's koi banashi. So every time I've been going
Really?
to clubs, yes, I learned it yesterday. I literally going around trying to listen gossips from everyone, but
Yeah.
is really cute. But yeah, basically he spent the whole year studying, and to do so, he deleted all of his apps and he like cut off everything.
Really? No, because like the
Like
acceptance rate for those universities are like really low. Like I know
yeah,
Tokyo University is like 3%, isn't it?
I got no clue, but they say that they say that the entrance exams are a lot harder than studying the uni itself.
Damn.
Yeah. It's harder than graduating. Um, just entering. But I think yeah, that's basically it. But I think a lot of things about Japanese people is that they're kind of pretty erased from that lifestyle of being, free because of that.
Yeah,
Anyway, that's me going back. But yeah, that's the main thing about Japan is that they're all like, I think the first thing you come to Japan, you literally just realize everyone's in their own world.
yeah,
And that's why you're like, I'm curious about what is that own world that they're in, because they're all like, not
yeah.
talkative and stuff.
Especially compared to Australia, like everyone's so keen on a conversation where it's like you can literally strike up one with anybody. Like given like some people, some I don't want to use the word, but like crazy. Like there's some certain people on the street of Melbourne that kind of want to talk to you in a very aggressive manner. You know what I mean?
Mm, mm, mm,
Like
mm,
so,
mm.
like yeah. So sometimes people are too keen on conversation. Sometimes like there's a really good mix here. I feel like the people here in Melbourne are really good.
Yeah, I think as long as you find those chill people who are keen to open up, then it's good. I think those people are the best to talk to. That's why like I kind of like that's one thing I despise about introverts is that they hide things so much or they're too shy to
Mm,
talk in that. So it's like a lot harder.
yeah, like you don't want to leave a conversation knowing you could have said more.
Mm, mm,
Like
mm, mm, mm. So I
that's.
try to send everything out as I can, but at the same time,
Oh no, you go. Finish. I'll say. I'll
no,
say
it's like
something.
you don't want to like. I think that's one main thing about me in Japan is I'm a lot more composed than I would be in
Mm,
Australia because I
yeah,
don't want to like disrespect people.
that's one because the culture is
Um,
completely different.
yeah, in Australia, you meet someone for the first time, you could become besties. Literally, in Japan, you meet someone for the first time, no one's going to initiate a hangout.
Yeah.
Like that's just how it is.
Have you
You have to initiate. Mhm.
have you got any friends right there right now? I know it's like a weird question, but just like any
Um,
homies.
I've made honestly, I think out of anyone who'd go on exchange, I think I'm the most able to like go out there and try and make friends. And even me, this extrovert dude, I think I'm also like kind of struggling, but it's not like
Really?
struggling that I require it. It's
Mm.
more like I know how it's gonna be. I'm just gonna make these friends, and I'm gonna see them around campus and just say hey and stuff. They're all good friends,
Yeah.
but there's not really any that I like. Normally, if this was Australian, they were there. I'd like go out to them. I'd be like, "Yo, do you want to go get dinner? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do this on the weekend? Do you want to do this? Do you want to hang out, hang out, hang out?" But then
Yeah.
here, I'm kind of just respecting that. So I'm like, yeah. And at the same time, I'm not
Yeah.
too fussed about forcing anything on other people. I'm just here, just chilling and just
Yeah.
doing new things every day as I can.
That's
I
so
think
good.
yeah,
You literally
that's
came
fun.
back from lacrosse. Like you've never played lacrosse
Oh,
lacrosse in your life, and you just tried it out. You learned new things, which is really good.
dude, some university students in Japan don't even actually do club activities. But
Really?
literally, yo, I feel like I've been to more than a normal Japanese student has. I've been
Yeah.
to
You went to
um
gymnastics the other day.
gymnastics club, American football club. I went lacrosse this morning. Just I was literally calling Srijay afterward. But and then I did like tennis. I've done frisbee. I've been everywhere.
That's crazy.
And it's really interesting. Like you coming from Australia, you're like really interested in what's Japanese club activities like. But it's
Yeah.
actually like they have two different things. It's called club and circle. Circle is where
Yeah.
you chill and you don't have to go every day. But clubs, bro,
It's like
you gotta be there 5 times a week.
really.
You
So
gotta be there every
have you,
session.
are you a part of any clubs? Or are you just testing him out right now? You being in the circles.
I'm being a hoe right now. I'm being a hoe. Just going everywhere, just trying to everything once, seeing how I like it. But I think I was talking to a friend yesterday about this or something, and I was like, "This is my judging system. This is my judging system of a club. Number one is commitment
Yeah.
and how good it is. So
Right.
how good is it is, as in like I'm I don't want to join a club and do 5 days of something which I'm gonna get completely demolished in. I like a lot of the clubs people have been playing the sport for a long time. I think okay, so like
Right.
the main thing was like soccer. So
Yeah.
I play I've been growing up playing soccer. And
Yeah.
going into the soccer club, bro, I wanted to leave.
Wait,
it
really?
was it
But
was
you're like
so
good at soccer.
bro, I wanted to leave. Yeah, I'm good, but not like good. As in, like,
Uh,
okay, so think about these Japanese kids that have freaking come from. They've been playing, soccer, training every day club from high school. Every day from primary school, high school, every day. Versus
yeah,
Yuji, who's literally just trained for like soccer club, which is just like once a week, twice a week,
yeah,
and
that's
not
true.
even that was like 3 years ago, 2019. There's no
Yeah.
soccer in Melbourne because of COVID and that. And
Oh
these
yeah,
guys are
yeah,
just
yeah,
like fresh out of just training every day. But
yeah,
yeah, literally, it's kind of like I want if I'm joining a club, I want to join a club where everyone else is shit, so I'm on the same level.
yeah,
So that's like a lot easier to join rather than everyone's on a high level and that the expectations are too high.
yeah,
But also the people is also really important.
yeah,
If they're really chill people, then I don't care. I can just go and fuck around, mess around.
yeah,
But yeah, if you ask me what clubs I'm interested in right now, it's probably there's a tennis circle where everyone like loves me. So because of that, I gotta probably join that one. And it's circle, so I could go whenever I want.
yeah,
But I think clubs is a bit difficult just because I need to make sure I commit 5 days a week. You know,
yeah. That's
and
tough.
that's a lot for one club. So
Yeah.
not too sure about
Well, think about it. You still got time, right? Still and choose.
that. It's actually the last week to choose.
Oh, okay. Because you started because you just started uni this week.
I started uni start of this month first.
Oh, okay, so you've been in for a
Weeks?
while then. Oh, okay.
One, one, two, three. Oh, now's the fourth week.
Yeah, man. There you go.
My,
Damn. I definitely want to come visit you in Japan if you're still there. But how long are you gonna be there for? Like a year?
I'm here for a year. I'm here for a
Oh.
year. I'll be
Yes. If I come,
17.
if I come at the end of the year. Oh wait. So do you finish the end of this year?
I think I finish next year.
All right. So hopefully I come at the end of this year. But yeah.
Starting next year.
Dude, I completely realized we're like 15 minutes into this podcast, and I feel like we didn't even talk about like how we even met. Usually we do that at the start, but
How did
I
we
don't know.
meet?
Um, I feel like
Oh, that's right. We met on Grinder.
oh,
Bro,
true,
bro,
true.
I saw
Match
your
made in
body,
heaven.
bro. I super like that. I super liked it,
Nah, bro,
dude.
that's all
You
you,
told
bro.
me, you told me, you go. What was it? You told. No, okay. I'm not gonna bullshit anymore. Where did we meet?
I think we met the Shang-Chi movie, right?
Was that the was that the
No, because
first time?
because before it was lockdown, because Shang-Chi was the first movie to come out of lockdown. Remember? And
Oh. On Discord, what happened was Srijay would join the call mid me talking about like my experience of different females. I sound like there's a lot. I sound that sounds like there's a lot, but me going out with like a female and then just like me just like wait, that's not even it. No, I'm pretty sure it was like Kale and JC and then some other people. It was
no, because
basically those two. And I was just giving advice, yeah. I was
yeah,
giving some whack advice on how to relationship.
yeah. And I'm just in the corner, just like, bro, what the hell is
Yeah,
being
yeah.
said right now?
Srijay would randomly join the Discord call on like deep moment, like literally late night, where I'm just
Yeah,
talking BS, and he
no.
and I'll just be talking about random stuff about chicks, and he'd come in and he's like, "What the hell am I hearing?
Yeah. That's exactly how I would say it.
What the hell did I just join to?"
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah,
Srijay
yeah,
every time.
yeah. I was like, what? But then they just kept getting interesting, and then I just found out, like, you know, like
It
it's
started becoming like lessons about me giving advice on what girls like and what to
yeah,
do.
and you're like, bro, like I can't stand if they don't talk, man. I need a conversation, bro. I can't. It's not getting on. Like it doesn't work for me. I'm like, what is going on right now?
Like, how do they catch feelings on the first day?
Yeah, legit, bro. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
good times.
yeah, we
Really
met
funny.
then, and then yeah, the first time we met in person was Shang-Chi.
Yeah, no, it was because it was really cool. Just because like it was peak lockdown, so I was just like joining like Discords, just talking to people. Like because I was always really good friends with JC. We had him on 2 episodes ago, but like
Mm.
yeah, always good friends with him. And then I'm just like, oh, true, because I saw you went to his party in like last year, and I'm like, oh, I got to miss out on meeting Yuji, Josh, and Victor and stuff. Actually, I met Victor before, but yeah, that stuff. So I'm like, oh, let me get to know Yuji. turned out you're an interesting, very interesting person. You're not an NPC. That's what I'll say for sure. But
I
like,
think.
yeah,
Oh yeah, and then you later you're gonna ask, oh, what were your first impressions on me? See, I watch your podcast. I know what
yeah,
what you say.
yeah,
Honestly, literally, I think my first impressions on Discord was like, this dude's funny. This dude's funny. He likes to tell the truth. Cause when I talk to Kale and JC and stuff, they just listen, and Kale
yeah,
will somehow like say something bad or whatever. But
yeah,
then like Srijay was probably like one of the only guys that like agree with what I was saying.
yeah. But
Would
then
actually
then if it was something really stupid, I'd be like, Yuji, that is not the correct way to go
yes.
about things.
So that's like the good thing about Australia is that you're like so like um relatable in a way.
I
You will
appreciate that.
say things like a lot of people won't say things, and you'd speak your mind, and that's like so important. It's
Yeah,
so much fun. It's so
yeah,
much more entertaining that way.
yeah.
And then first impressions in person was kind of more like I feel like there was more your people side came out, your people side.
Right, right,
I
right,
think
right.
I think the first time I started talking to you, or like every time I talk to you, I always get glimpses of how much you like like understand people. And I remember
Really?
like for me, I didn't really talk to you too much like deep conversations. Like it'd
Yeah,
just be
yeah,
like me just ranting about bullshit, like as I
yeah,
always
yeah,
do.
yeah,
Just coming up with a random topic about chicks because everyone likes talking about chicks, and then just ranting off about some random thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I think the main thing that like I enjoy about you is that I think you come up with understandings of people without them
Mm.
actually saying it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
for me, we never had any deep talks. You
I
don't know
know.
me too much,
I
but then when we talk, it sounds like you know me already. You know?
I remember this one time we did have this really deep talk where remember we were chilling out with Rhyme, Tracy, JC, and all that. And then because you didn't want Japanese food, you're like, I feel like meat. I want some juicy meat right now. And then I'm just
Mhm.
like, you know what? I'll walk with you. And then we went to freaking go Betty's Burgers. And then we were just like the whole
Oh,
time, bro. We were talking about like, bro, like, dude, why are we here, bro? We got dreams and aspirations, bro. We need to be doing this right now, dude. Like, it's go time now. And then I remember I came up with that, like, even with the podcast, remember us talking about this podcast like 4 months ago, and then we just kept telling each other, like, bro, it's all fun and games on paper, but you actually just got to do it. You know what I mean? Like, nothing happens until you do it. I remember that
I've
one time we just had that deep combo, which was really
was
good.
that me?
That was you, bro.
I heard from JC a lot that he had that conversation with you. He told you to just do it.
Yeah, JC used to be the biggest. Like, he used to be like, dude, Srijay talks. He just doesn't do. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Sometimes I hate to say it, but he was right, you know? But yeah.
Yeah, cause I remember like you'd say like, "Yo, Yuji, you're so motivational, bro. How did you do it? How did you go from introvert to extrovert? How are you such a nice guy?" Everyone's saying that you were
I
like,
didn't say
you
that, bro.
know,
No, I'm joking.
like Srijay would come to me and he'd come up, he'd like praise me for these things. And I'm just like, no one's ever like said that to me. No one's actually said that to me before. And like that was like the first experience. I was like,
Yeah.
dang, Srijay making me feel feelings. No one's actually like supported me in any of the bullshit that I talk about. This is and you're like, yeah, I find you really entertaining and really like inspirational because you work out and stuff. I guess that's a transition for you to talk about working out.
Yeah, but, but also, oh, yeah, that too. But also, I just want to go off like, dude, my first IRL impressions of you was like pretty eye opening in the sense that like, because that Monash group is like a bunch of gamers, bunch of stuff, all that stuff. So like, especially when we're in Discord and stuff, like, we'd be pretty loud, right? We'll
The
talk a
one
lot.
outlier.
Yeah, yeah. No, so we'd be pretty loud, and then like, especially on the game, like, we'd be loud. We'd be like, dude, what? Like, toxic as hell, like, really loud. So then when I met you in real life, like, let's say a lot of people don't really carry that same like funny loud energy into real life, which can be a bad thing or a good thing. But then I remember when I met you real life because we had Ajisen ramen for
Mm-mm.
before the movie, and you're
Yeah.
still like you're engaging everyone, you're still like being loud and like what do you call it, how do I say it? Like very outgoing, which everyone else was kind of just like waiting for you to talk or waiting for me to
Yeah.
talk in that sense.
I don't know. I feel like for me, I think mainly in high school, I'd I'd be extrovert around the introverts, and then
Right.
around the extroverts, I'll be introvert. Like it's kind of like I enjoy teasing people who are more quieter than me,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
doing that, I kind of bring out their shells.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I think I'm still an introvert too, whereas like you know how like you have like those group of friends or like not even friends, but you know how you have those really loud people
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they just drain you. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
try not to be that.
Yeah.
I try not to drain people. I try to, I'm not that person that like freaking yells out the same thing over and over again. I'm just here like,
Yeah, yeah.
I got shit to say, then I'll say it. And then if I want to be a
Yeah.
meme, I'll just be a meme.
Right.
And I don't like overdo it.
Mhm.
So I think in those situations where we're just all hanging out with these gamer friendos, it's kind of like I know that I don't want to like, I give you guys space when you guys need to, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I would take the mic when it's like quiet because I
Yeah,
don't like
yeah.
awkward silences.
Dude, I was gonna say,
Mm.
like, cause I remember during Artist and Rama, dude, like we kept trying to fill up that dead silence. Not cause like, cause everyone wasn't, cause when you meet for the first, it was all five guys meeting at once, right? So like we're all at a table. It was very like it's kind of intimate, you know what I mean? So we're just like, oh, bro, we just gotta like get everyone out of their shells. Like we ice broke everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I really don't remember too much, but yeah, I remember. Yeah, we were just chatting up a bit. I don't. Yeah, there wasn't. I don't know. It was quite difficult at the start because I think my I'm like my hobbies aren't. Everyone has different hobbies.
yeah, yeah,
That's like difficult, but I think over time we ended up getting things
yeah. It
working, getting
was
things
chill,
going.
chill. You're, yeah, yeah. It was good. I reckon. One thing I do want to bring up because we are on an hour here, but like it's like you're like
How long's the
you're
episode?
usually like an hour 20, hour 30, but like
Oh, okay.
it's chilling, you know, conversation's a conversation.
Give them an
But
exclusive 2 hour after class. Hey guys,
oh,
I'm actually in class right now. What do you guys want to talk about? Do you want to interview my Japanese teacher? Yo,
dude,
get over here.
I will, bro. But you gotta translate for me. How but it's international, so they just speak English, yeah. Your lecturers and
No,
stuff.
my classes are in English, and they're for
Yeah,
Japanese students to learn
yeah.
English.
Oh, okay.
My Japanese class is it's just in Japanese. The teacher don't
Mm.
speak no English.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Do they know, like, do they make you do like specials like stuff when you're in, like, do they make, oh,
Uh,
you know what, oh, like sit up at the front just so like I can help you with this type
no,
of stuff.
no. So everyone in my class is actually pretty good at Japanese. Like I'm there like this is. I only just got what it said. I only just understood what it is.
Yeah,
I'm just like on my high horse. But everyone else knows what's going on. Just like, oh shit.
yeah, yeah. Dude, what are like, so what are like because I want to go to Japan eventually, right? But what are like some phrases, like some sayings that will get me by, like basic conversation?
Okay, basic conversation. I think it's not the conversation that's the issue here. I think it's the respect that's the issue. They
Right.
call it teine. But yeah, it's just I don't know how like strict they are for like foreigners because they can tell if people are foreigners,
Yeah.
but just making sure to show respect. And to do so, you got your sumimasens,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got your. So actually, you meant to say like arigato gozaimasu rather than arigato.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then make sure you say if you meet someone for the first time, not necessarily hajimemashite, but yoroshiku. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. So that's
Ah.
really important.
True. True.
That
True.
that you say yoroshiku onegaishimasu, they instant respect. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. So the
Do you, do you
arigato
get a,
gozaimasu.
do you get a lot of Nihongo Jozu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my Japanese actually improved a lot in the last 4 weeks. So now
Yeah.
they're all like, bro, you're basically fluent. I'm like, yo, I sound fluent now, but once you bring out some big words, I'm just like lost, brother. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically sumimasen, arigato gozaimasu. You need gozaimasu, else
Yeah.
you're a foreigner. I mean, you say arigato, but say gozaimasu. That's the best way. Arigato gozaimasu. Dozo yoroshiku. Yoroshiku is very important. Um,
There you go.
and then just I think it's just those three
Well,
things. And
because on the way here, what was the one that you were saying to people when you were like,
So yeah. So I was calling Srijay before, and I just finished lacrosse. So I was saying "otsukare sama" to all of the females because they were blocking my way. I was trying to get out. Damn females. But yeah, so like I got kind of attacked for this in gymnastics for not doing it, and it was strange because like some people didn't
Really?
do it, some people did. The regulars didn't do it. I don't know, but they're like, you need to say "Otsukare-sama" to everyone
What does
before
that
you
mean?
leave. Otsukare-sama means good work, basically good work.
Oh,
So it's good work, but more like meaningful. Like,
yeah.
thanks for your hard work. More, yes, more like that.
Right.
Thanks for your hard work. So you say like "Otsukare-sama," but you really only say that if you do some like do some work.
Yeah, yeah. Can't just say
I
that if you're
mean,
just playing
you
Genshin
know,
all day, bro.
if like if dinner with them was like pretty difficult, you go "Otsukare-sama." Good work, you dealt. It was a difficult dinner. But yeah,
Yeah.
"Otsukare-sama," so that is fun.
That's uh, such a polite culture, man. It's just
Oh,
so
it's yeah.
wholesome.
I think I get used to it eventually. I'm still not there, but also like for here, like respect is really important. Like especially you know how they have the senpai kohai thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So I like
Do you want to explain that for people that don't know?
so senpai is literally just people who are older than you, or mainly in school setting, older than you. So if like a second year talks to a first year, the first year will call the second year senpai, but not. I don't know. I'm still not like too like 100% on what's going on with it, but yeah, that's basically it.
Isn't
So
Kohai like someone that's just a grade above you or something?
kohai is below.
Kohai's below. Oh, okay, true, true,
Senpai is above. And because I'm technically a third year, everyone should be calling me senpai and they should be using
true.
desmas and like formal words to me.
Yeah.
But because I come from Australia, I couldn't care less about that stuff. So here I'm just like, yeah, I'm a third year from Australia, but here I'll just be a first year because that's just easier for y'all.
I'm just
Um,
Yuji, mate. That's who I am.
yeah,
Just
I
Yuji.
don't need no des must kudasai. Like, brother, just fucking tell me to get something for you. Like, tell me to do your shit. Like, just tell me, bro. You know?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I can disguise myself because I'm so knowledgeable. Um, I can
Yeah.
disguise myself as a first year and like act really really funny and interesting. But
Yeah.
I'm actually just like a 40-year-old dude inside. You know, it's. Oh, I was talking to the. I was talking to. Yo, I was talking whack today. I was talking a bunch. I've been talking a bunch of whack these past 2 days. That's why it's like a really good time to hold a podcast because
Yeah,
I'm
because
just.
you've been really talkative. You wanted to go last night, but I'm like, no, I gotta wake up early tomorrow. But yeah.
Wait, do you wanna give him a sneak peek about your 6 a.m. waking up thing?
I feel like there are only so many hours in the day, so I've just been trying to wake up earlier and earlier. So that's really all there is to it. I want to try and make it routine, but it only
What's your routine, Srijay? This
nah
is a
nah
bit
nah
of bit of bit of podcast back to you, Srijay.
nah. That's a video for another day, bro. You told me to. You told me to. But but what I wanted to. Oh wait, what were we just talking about? I forgot because I was gonna say something about something else.
Kohai senpai, respect.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. But but I was talking about like because gym culture is not a thing in Japan, but I feel like that didn't matter for you because all Yuji needs it's all if you follow his TikTok, it's all over his TikTok. Man's famous now because he got 100K on his Instagram reels. But like, what do you call it? All this guy needs is a pull-up bar. Like you give this guy a pull-up bar, he'll work out for days. Like because he's
Bro,
like he loves his calisthenics and like he's
honestly,
still doing it.
the thing is now that's like I'm in Australia. I was like, damn, I'm one of the big names of fitness, you know. Me and Debo, we go out gym, we go pull
Yeah,
up
yeah.
bar
Every
every
single
day of the
day,
week,
bro.
every day of the week. And then I come here, and then I go to gymnastics. I'm like, fuck, I am nowhere near as fit as I thought I was, because like so when I do like muscle ups with Debo, it's all about no swing, this that, and then going to gymnastics is like, bro, I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way because gymnastics is all about flexibility, mobility,
Mm,
and then using strength to like along with mobility. But my training was like completely wrong. Like I want to be able to do flips and stuff,
yeah,
but to do flips and stuff, it's not about strength of being able to be stiff. Like for pull-ups, muscle-ups, it's all about reducing the swing. That's yeah,
yeah,
no swing, no momentum. But here it's like all about using momentum, and because it's about using momentum efficiently,
yeah,
rather than that of just moving up and down like solidly.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm kind of like I'm losing interest in pull up bars. I'm a lot.
Dude, that was like your whole personality. No, I'm just
Yeah,
joking.
bro. That was my work ethic. But I don't know. I'm really lost right now. I'm actually so
Uh,
lost because
you're
I'm
just finding it.
interested.
You're just finding
Mhm.
yourself right now, bro. Like I feel like that's what travel does as well.
Yeah, it's like my whole life I've been doing soccer, and now I'm like so behind. I don't want to. It's the level's too high for me. And then
Mm.
for pull-ups, because I stopped soccer and did pull-ups and like working out. But now I'm like looking at people properly do like calisthenics and stuff, and they're like doing 360s. They're jumping over the bar. They're doing all this stuff, and gymnastics. They're doing the same thing. I'm just
Mm.
like, brother, I need to do that. I want to do that instead.
Yeah.
So now, and then also at the same time, the closest pull-up bar is like 13 kilometers. Like Japan don't got no pull-up bars. All the pull-up bars are for babies. So they're like literally,
Oh, they're like on the ground, basically.
yeah, they're on the ground. Like, and it's like, oh, should I just go gym instead? Which is another option.
Yeah.
But yeah, man is just lost. Man is lost.
Yeah. You've just been
Um,
riding your bike everywhere with no direction,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
So
basically,
you ride your bike to uni. Yeah.
mm, everyone rides bike here. So
Oh, true. There you go. Yeah. Well, do you want? Is it time? Is it time for the questions?
is it
The
time for the big reveal?
the question. No, you know the
The big reveal?
you watch the podcast. You know the last minute guest questions. You know the drill.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Body count and that. Yeah.
No, that I don't have that noted down.
Oh, I know. It's the what's your favorite
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me start this up, John. Let me start this up. All right,
DJ?
dude. This one's actually really interesting, bro. Who are your role models, bro?
Oh, this stuff. I remember this stuff on your podcast. My role model is
Yes.
you, brother.
Okay. No, like actually though.
Role model myself.
Actually, I feel like that makes sense. The way you are, like, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, actually, I don't have a role model. I just believe in just believe in what I do.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not giving you any proper answers. Yeah, no, my role model is the sun. It wakes up
Yeah, yeah,
early every day, and I can't do
true.
that.
Yeah,
And
gives gives
it
ev-
does
gives
its
every,
work.
gives everyone
You know,
energy. That's what I kind of want to do
yeah,
in future.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, I got you. I got you.
yeah, no role models. No,
No,
I don't know. I don't tend to delve into like people's lives who are like
not
big
even
in
like,
that.
not because like I can't even like, not even like like Cristiano Ronaldo, nothing like that. Like his worth ethic drives you or like inspires you or something like that.
No,
No, damn.
like I know he works out a lot, but it's not like
Yeah, it's not
on
like you're like,
paper.
oh, I want to be Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, it's not like I hear like, oh, he wakes up like I feel like if I was to be inspired by someone, I have to like experience it rather than like hear about it.
That's a really
It's
good
like
way.
someone can write a book. Someone can write a book, but like if I don't know what you're doing every day, I don't know what you're doing every day. Like
Mm,
you read those self-help books and whatever, and they're like, I did this, I did this, I did this, but it's not as meaningful as you being there and like experiencing it. Like
yeah, yeah,
if you join like some sort of, I don't know, if you I guess just role models, just individual things. I think when you find someone who's like proper into studying and they'll like study like 10 hours throughout the day, I think that's like a role model for studying. But it's
yeah,
more like I look up to people who I just see.
yeah.
Bro, this podcast has actually just been me talking the whole time. I'm pretty sure.
No, what do you
I'm
mean?
sorry, Srijay. I've
No,
been
bro.
talking like,
That's what they're here for, bro. I'm just,
bro.
dude. I'm just.
I mean, I feel like I've been talking for like 70-80% of it
Dude,
just
dude.
already. Srijay out here like, bro, I'm getting bored.
Nah, nah,
my job
nah,
is
nah.
my job is done, skis. I don't need to do anything. You just be the content for me.
Nah, bro. I know what you mean, cause like, dude, the first two episodes I had to record, or there's three episodes I had to record by myself. I'm like, bro, I'm going insane, bro. I'm talking to no one. I'm just in a room. You know what I mean? So I get it. No, but like, Yuji, bro, you have to understand that, like, bro, I want to hear your story. A lot of people learn a lot from your story as well. You know what I mean? Like maybe you could, when someone answers this question, future, be like, yeah, my role model, Yuji Nojima. You know what I mean? That's the homie.
Yuji Nojima.
First and
Yuji
last, bro. He's
Nojima.
doxed. He's doxed. But nah, I feel like that makes sense. Also with the you've been reading self-help books, but then you say like it's not the reading you do, it's like what you have to actually like do the shit that he does or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like like I think the last one honestly, I say I read self-help books like I do. I've read like 3 books total.
And I gifted you one that
He
you've read.
gave me one of them. I think the one that Jace I stole from JC, the one JC let me read.
Yeah,
I think he was talking about it in his podcast. Actually, he couldn't remember the name of it, but he was mentioning it. I actually
yeah.
can't remember the name of it too. So maybe
Must have been a really good book.
it was a really good book though. It was a really good book though. But that book was kind of like the reason why it was really good was because he'd like say that he actually attempted these and he'd say bad things about it. So like he say he attempted waking up the dream of 4 a.m. going gym for a month, and he actually said that it was the worst thing of his life. Even though he did it
Really?
for a month, he said it was the worst, and that's when I was like, damn, this guy actually like speaking
He's
truth. And a lot of people don't do that nowadays. They go, oh
yeah,
yeah, I do this, I work out 5 times a day, I do this. But no one goes, working out 5 times a day is actually the worst thing that I've done. Like
dude.
going against the thing,
Yeah. You
the
should.
routine.
If I was to recommend you one, I could send you the book right. I can send you the book later. But like, have you heard of David Goggins? His book, Can't
Oh
Hurt
yeah, I
Me.
think you're talking about it before. Yeah.
Dude, you would like it. You should read it. He attempts to pull up record. He's a Navy SEAL. Like it's you get hard, bro. Like not boner hard. Like mentally hard.
No,
Like
I think you get boner hard.
yeah, maybe that too. But
No, as in you did. No one.
oh no, okay,
As in
maybe.
you.
To be fair, the way I talk about that book, it's like yeah, you'll think so. All right, I feel like usually like these questions like don't really apply to you, but I'm gonna ask him anyway. Like, you don't live by a quote or like a mantra or a saying or anything like that.
Oh, I live by quote.
Really, I'm keen.
Hold up. Let me make one up. Oh yeah. So there's this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the highest mountains begin from the depths of hell.
Really?
Do you get it? To be
Yes.
higher, you need to
You
begin
go
from
through.
lower.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think
Really?
that's the main thing. Yeah. I made that
Damn.
up myself one night. Oh, Siri.
Yep. Siri went off. She was actually she actually heard your quote as well, bro.
Yeah, I think the main thing is to just go through hardships. That's the main thing.
Yep.
I think one thing that makes me different to most people that I see is that I will go through hardships
You've
because
been
I can
through.
see the benefits of it. That's why
Yeah.
like nowadays if I like talk to people older than me or whatever, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm older than them. That's not me
Yeah.
bragging,
I know. I
but
know.
it's
I
like
know.
I
I can see
know
that.
that I'm willing to take risks and learning. I love hardships more than chill ships,
Yeah.
easy ships. Cause right now, like if life's too easy, then you're missing something.
Yeah. Legit.
Um, and then
Like.
because I'm able to go out there and take more risks, that's why I'm able to learn more. Cause you have these literally, you have these 25, 30-year-olds who don't do nothing with their lives, and they're just like out here like, and I'm just here
Just
like,
chilling.
brother, what have you done in what have you done in your life?
Legit, legit. But I was gonna say, like, especially because you with the age thing, like, I don't think I brought it. I'll have to check if I did bring it up, but like, even you living alone and doing all these hobbies and stuff, I feel like you've learned like a lot in 3 years that it may take someone 10 years to learn. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's like I don't know advice for like I don't know these young and high schoolers watching. It's literally just take as many risks. I don't want to sound cliche. Take any many risks. I'll come with something different. Yo, get your first heartbreak as soon as possible. Grab the closest girl and just get your heart broken, brother. You're set. You're set.
All
Easy.
right, there
Literally,
you
you
go.
literally just find some sort of way to like give yourself trouble. I think that's the
Yeah,
main thing. And then from there, you're able to learn. The only way I could learn from studying is by, nearly failing, just dodging the
yeah,
bullet.
yeah. Like the
The only way,
52 to the 80s now. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
literally, the only way you can learn things is by literally standing right in front of the gun.
Yeah.
Literally, nearly, like, losing everything.
Dude, remember when Kale brings up like that one girl that you used to talk to, your ex, and then you see like, and then you're just like, no, you know what? I'm going on my villain arc right now, bro. I don't care anymore.
Oh, literally, villain arc. I'm out here like,
Yeah, you're out here just
nothing's stopping me.
dude. That girl broke your heart, and now you're out here just breaking hearts left,
I'm
right, and
breaking,
center.
bro.
Guys, girls, dads. Mom's like everything's going, bro.
Gotta keep life entertaining. You know, you gotta be on
There you
edge
go.
somewhere. If you see someone not on edge, you gotta give him a bit of edge. You know, I think
Yeah.
I think honestly, you know how like mentorship and stuff, like how
Yeah.
people like, teach people things.
Yeah.
I remember one time I kind of like this is this dude that was like my age, but I like kind of took him on. And I was so like hard on him. I was so hard on him. I'm just like, yeah, nah, you suck. You just got to do better. You just, if you really like, you're telling me you're passionate for this thing, but I don't see no like work ethic. Like I would tell. I guess that's the same thing about like JC. Did you? I think you talked about in his podcast. You're like,
Mhm.
you kind of like would tell people if you don't like what they're hearing. I think I'm kind of the same way in that sense. If I don't like
Yeah.
something about someone, I'd say it. But I think the main difference between me and JC is that I will kind of because I'm because I talk to people a lot more. I kind of
Yeah.
like experience a lot more about how people react. So it's
Mm.
more like I will only confront people if it like if there's an outcome.
Yeah.
If there's no outcome, then I'm just like, I think that's also like kind of the attention span that I have. If I'm talking to someone, if I don't get anything out of, oh, it's actually not. It's not saying like I get anything out of it, but if they don't get anything out of it, then there's no point, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
No meaningless conversations. Like
yeah,
if it
I
doesn't need to
think
be had.
I think that's the main thing about conversations with people is that, especially in an improvement sense,
Mm-hmm.
also like one like really good advice is that I think this is what most people will definitely go through
Mm-hmm.
is about helping people. Help helping people is good. A lot of people will like um gain self consideration from helping people. Does that make sense? People measure
People
their
feel
self worth
they feel
like
good.
some people measure their self-worth based on how other people feel about them and how they help people. But
Yeah.
I think
That's the. Okay. Yeah.
the
I know what you
the
mean.
main the main trap about that is that you'll be stuck helping people who don't actually listen to you, don't actually change.
Yeah. I've
And
real.
that's the main thing
I've
is
realized.
don't.
I've realized that you can't, dude. You can never like. I used to be like this. I used to ask a lot of people every single day, like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" Like to most people, a lot of my friends can vouch for me for that because I used to be kind of annoying with it, just because I really cared. But you, like, no matter what you do, like, I know there's a certain amount of people that can do it, but you can't really solve anyone's problems. Like, they got to do it themselves.
Yeah,
But
it's like end of the day, literally this is where I'm at with people's problems. If people like I think a lot of my close friends enjoy coming to me with problems because I'm like literally I see things more step by step. I think that's like a computer science way to look at things.
your perspective is very different. That's for sure.
I go step by step to solve it. I'm not here to give you, oh, everything's gonna be okay. Not here for like that
Yeah.
emotional
Yeah.
support. I'm here to give you the like steps. If you don't do it, I'm out. Like that's the
Yeah.
shit. I think a lot of people spend too much time trying to help people who won't help, who won't
Yeah.
do anything,
Yeah.
and by doing so, you actually make them more negative. And I've actually
Yeah.
done that before. It's
Yeah.
like you keep talking to them. You're like, oh, do this, do this, do this, and because you're constantly telling them to do things they feel more attacked.
Yeah.
So that's where you go. If you don't do it, I'm not going to talk to you about it anymore. And that you
That
need to know that stop line.
that just goes back to your quote, like, bro, like you really need to go through those hardships to really get over your problems. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
just how it works. Like, sure, like I've been that guy for many people where just be like, you know what, like say something bad happens, 2 to 3 weeks or 2 days, 3 days, whatever the timeline is, that little period, that little grieving period or whatever sad period you can. But then, dude, you always gotta get back up and do stuff after. Like, you can't just remain stagnant in this thing.
yeah. It's
You know what
like
I mean?
the one thing I'm sick about people is that like my friends, especially, I have a few that have like issues and they keep like telling me about the same issues over and over again. I'm
Yeah.
just like, brother, I don't care. Like as bad as it is as a close friend, but I
Yeah.
proper just don't care. If you're gonna give me the same issue over and over again, and I'm not gonna repeat what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I that's the thing of advice. End of the day, teachers and stuff, they're here to guide you, but you're at the end of the day, you're the one that makes the decisions.
You mean
And
you're the one that takes the test, like for the
um
teacher? You know, like the teacher's not there for you. You know,
No,
I
you
might I
no you
might have messed up
no
your thing, but you know
no
what I mean.
you're being whack. You're being whack. No.
No, but like, no,
No,
wait.
no, no,
No,
no,
no, no,
no,
no,
no, no,
no, no,
no.
no, no,
You're
no,
whack. You're
no,
whack. No, no.
no, no, no,
I'm not
no,
saying you're making a full metaphor, brother. I'm just
no,
saying getting through
like,
life. You know, you're out here going,
no.
oh,
Wait,
test, entrance exam.
listen. The teacher teaches you the content, right? But then at the end of the day, you're the one that's got to take the test, like the test. You know what I mean? That you're by yourself doing it. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but it's kind of lame.
You know what, Yuji? You're a bum, dude. You're actually just a bum. But yeah, no, that's a. Dude, we went on like
Ah, I just slammed my knee on my desk.
what?
Ah,
It's good, bro. That's karma. Crossing through continents. Yeah. All right. Enjoy that, buddy. But
but yeah, that's the thing. Just yeah, the main
also,
point is yeah,
you got to go through
if
stuff.
just figure out, listen to advice, but do you
Yes.
listen to advice, do what's best for you. If you listen to advice and you go, oh, that's really good, but I don't want to do it, and then
Yeah.
you don't like recover from whatever your issue is, then that's a you issue. Just
That
you
is
got to toughen up
definitely a
sometimes.
you issue for sure.
You
All
issue.
right. Usually, I've got another question. I got two more. I know we went on a 15-minute tangent on the mountain saying. Repeat the saying just for the homies for the one time.
The tallest mountains start from the depths of hell.
All right, words of wisdom by Yuji Nojima. All right, second to last question. What do you want to be remembered for?
Oh, I'm starting to remember listening to these podcasts. What do I want to be remembered for? Just someone who's just really chill to be around.
Really?
Just like someone that you respect, but when you're with, you don't need to respect.
Right. Like
Does that make
okay,
sense?
yeah. Like someone to respect, but like I don't want you to be like I don't want you to treat me like your boss.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. So it's like,
Really?
yeah, like I do as much as I can, so people can get kind of inspired, kind of motivated, but at the same time, I don't want to be seen as someone that's like, oh, so up there. Just
Yeah.
I just want a meaningful conversation.
Yeah. It's funny just because like I feel like when I talk, especially when I talk about you to like some other people, talk about you in future, it's like well, I can't get into all those stories whether it be due to career reasons or podcast time limit, but it's just like you are very interesting. You have lived like you haven't turned 22 yet. You're 21, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I'm 21 with you, bro. We're together, but like,
Hey yo,
but no, you've definitely lived like, dude, you've lived a life, man. Like, like, like
it's
it's crazy.
busy
But
every day, but without the busy. Like I don't see it as busy, you know.
yeah, but when you tally it up, you're like, bro, you've done some stuff, and
Oh,
I want to do
mm,
stuff like you as well. Which like you are an inspiration in that fact as well, bro.
thank you.
And and you want to add on to that? What you remembered for? Or you're chilling.
That's basically it. Just
There you go.
I I I just like to take challenges and challenges
Hopefully,
where there shouldn't be challenges.
hopefully in future you become a really good storyteller because like you've got some good ones for you.
Oh, see what happens. See what happens.
See what happens,
I
bro.
need a proper brainstorming session with entrepreneur Srijay. Um,
I'm not even that entrepreneurial, bro. You need JC, bro. That's the entrepreneur guy. But
JC's already he's already up there. He's already a businessman.
he's the
I need an
tutoring boy.
underdog. I need an underdog story.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
He's
we need
no
to.
more underdog.
We need it. We need it. But last question is bro, how happy are you today, bro? I know you got class in like 40 minutes, but how happy are you?
How happy am I? Bro, I'm tired, man. I just want to sleep, bro. Every day I'm just speaking Japanese. So much work, bro. Okay, this is me just nagging, but yeah, it's chill. We getting through. We always getting through. If we're
Dude,
too happy, if we're too
you're,
chill, then
dude,
something's wrong.
you're trying to be like Fuji, bro. You're trying to be big and tall, but the depths of hell you feel. Dude, I'm actually gonna remember that quote like forever, dude. I don't know why. It just hit me, bro.
It's actually mad because literally,
It's
I
true.
think like when for me when I'm working out, the best time to work out is midnight, just because you're able to just be alone.
Or you could wake up early, but you know midnight works too.
No, it's got to be it's got to be that late night feelings. You got to get your feelings in. You got to just work out. You turn off all the lights, work out. Oh, it feels so good. Literally after that. Wait, what
Legit.
was the question? Oh, are you okay? Yeah,
Are you
chill.
happy, man? You happy? You
I'm
chilling?
happy. I'm surviving. You know, I think this is the best type of life is to be
Dude,
surviving.
you'll never see
That,
Yuji without a smile, man. Man's always smiling or running. There's only two of the only two.
yeah, yeah.
Smiling or
But as
running,
long
bro.
life can't be too easy. If it's too easy, then you're missing something. So right now I'm busy. So that's why I'm like at my best.
Dude, like I know I just one more thing to say. Like, bro, you're literally doing like because I just realized like every single day for you right now is like kind of a challenge, whether it be the language barrier or like,
Bro,
bro, I can't express what I
so
want to
much.
say.
Maybe
It's
I
just,
gotta vlog what I do. Hey, I do so much every
dude,
day, man.
dude. I'm calling it now, dude. Yuji's gonna get like 15K plus views on YouTube. He just has to. The title just has to be "Day in a Life of a Kyoto Transfer Student," and then like it's gonna be him in the thumbnail. No English, like in the like no English on the thumbnail. Just be like no English and like all this stuff. Like no socializing. That'll be a banger video. Yuji, I'm calling
No
it now.
socialize.
No, because you know how they put in like in the thumbnail like little like subtitles. Just do
But I
that.
wanna like I feel like I should, but the same I don't know if I wanna like, just bring a camera and like scare these Japanese people, you know? Some of them will be like, "Oh, some people don't want to be cameras, da 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 da,"
Well,
you
maybe
know?
make some friends first and then like find out. You know what I mean?
Nah, maybe I should just go use Gaigokujin privileges.
Okay.
And go, "Oh, sorry, I don't know about respect. I'm just recording y'all.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm just shitting on y'all."
yeah. Dude, you should just max out your gaijin card, bro. For that,
My God.
it just means foreigners. But yeah, dude. I'm so keen to go, man. I just want to go to Japan, but I think
Okay.
on that note, Yuji, it has been a pleasure having you on the podcast. Any last words for the homies at home?
I gotta get to class.
He's got to get to class, bro. He's got to ride that bike, get to class. Lives in a dorm. I feel like we should touch on that, but it's too late for that now. It is too late. So, guys, remember, um, what was my saying? Oh yeah, only up from here and take care. Thank you guys for listening. Bye. I'm sorry for the listeners at home. Okay, bye.
Ass stains. Bye.